Hey DST friends, thank you so much for all the love on my CC guide. If you missed part 1, I will leave a link in the description because this video jumps straight into the next phase of the progression. And for everyone waiting for part 2, here we go! Today we are continuing the journey toward the CC fight, step by step from Moonstorms all the way to activating the boss itself. When moonstorms activate, you will see giant vortexes appear on your map. Those mark the activate storm location. And that's where we need to go. Inside the storm, visibility becomes terrible and your movement slowed down a lot. Very similar to the summer desert sandstorms. Inside the moonstorms, I use my desert goggles. I find them very comfortable. The first time you enter a moonstorm, you will meet Wagstaff. He gives you two blueprints. The astrogals that help you see better inside the storm and points you toward Wagstaff with an arrow. Honestly, I never craft them. I just use my desert goggles. The second blueprint is the important one. This is the structure required to eventually summon the CC, and just like Pearl's house, it has 3 stages. To build and upgrade it, you will need materials from Werepig's junkyard along with Moonstorm resources. But I always like to do the mini game first and after I gather the resources. But wait, what mini game? You might ask. While inside the Moonstorm, if you follow Wagstaff, he will eventually stop somewhere and he will begin an experiment. He will ask you for specific tools, one after the other. Every time you give him the correct tool, the experiment progresses to the next step until completed. At the same time though, hostile birds begin falling from the sky, trying to destroy the experiment. This is one of the reasons why Wendy is my go-to character for this event. Abigail can handle most of the birds, while you stay focused on delivering tools to Wagstaff. Once the experiment is completed, he will give you the restrained static. The storm immediately ends and the storm location moves elsewhere on the map. Restrained static is extremely important because it's required for the final activation of the Celestial Champion fight. Personally, I repeat the minigame multiple times because you need a lot of restrained static if you want easier future boss summons. It is also used to charge Wigfrid's Elding Spear and make an extra strong never-ending weapon. Now we can go gather up moon glimpse and infused moon shards. Bagnet for moon glimpse, pickaxe for infused moon shards. As you might know, moon glimpse and especially infused moon shards spoil very quickly, so that's why we gathered them last. Let's go set up the lunar siphonator. For stage 1, you will need 4 scrap metal, 5 moon glimpse, and 2 doodads. And I always pre-craft the base at home. For stage 2, you will need 4 more scrap metal, 10 moon glimpse, and 10 infused moon shards. And for the final step, you will need 1 restrained static, the celestial orb, and 20 infused moon shards. Very important warning, the moment you enter the final materials to the siphonator, the CC fight begins immediately. So before activating the final stage, make sure that your gear is ready, your healing is prepared, and you're actually ready for the fight. And now it's finally time for the fight. After all, everything we did was leading up to this moment. When it comes to character selection, I picked Wigfrid because of her increased damage and survivability. However, I honestly wouldn't recommend her for this fight because she struggles with her enlightenment. Even though I built a lazy deserter nearby, the sanity management became exhausting. You can use Wolfgang for high damage and do it much smoother. Wigfrid can't eat vegetables, but any other character can eat raw mushrooms. For me, they are the best way to manage high enlightenment. Gather up plenty and you'll be able to keep your sanity zero throughout the fight. Or if you have stacks of Glomer goop, which can also heal you. For 40, I also tested many armor and weapon combos. I think the best setup is Thulecite crowns together with Magillum for movement speed, especially during the second phase. And for the weapon, if you don't have a Reaper, Dark Swords are an excellent cheap choice for me. Of course, don't forget healing food. I brought jelly beans along with a few instant healing items. Now, let's go through each phase one by one. Hello, Celestial Champion. I am here for your crown. In his first phase, he will roll towards you. When he stops, go in and hit him. And be careful because then he will stomp multiple times on the ground, dealing damage in an area around it. Then he will roll once more. Again, we go in for a second round of hits. When he plants his feet into the ground, he summons gestalts that attack in random directions. If they hit you, you will fall asleep. And in this state, he has 80% damage resistant. And all these are basically his first phase. So the first phase is easy. You just avoid every roll towards you and go in to hit him every time he stops. Avoid the gestalt attack and the stomps. And if you do all that, he will eventually go down. Second phase is a bit more intimidating. The spinning legs attack does quite a big damage. But if you wear a Magiluminescence, you can easily outrun this attack. When he stabs the ground, he is causing moonglass spikes to thrust up from the ground around him. After this attack, you have quite a bit of time to hit him. He also chops the ground 3 times, spawning waves of great gestalts that lands toward you with each slam. If you hit him every time he stabs the ground, you will make quite a big damage to him. Just try to avoid the great gestalts so that they don't get you sleeping and he runs through you doing the spinning legs attack. And try to avoid all the spinning legs attack that he does. And by doing all that, he will eventually go down. So phase 2 is also manageable. Let's fix our lunacy and begin phase 3. In this attack, he goes into the ground and in a circle around him he summons greater gestalt. When he gets into the ground, take a step back. He will do the razor attack and that hits pretty bad. Now watch carefully. All around him you can see greater gestalts. If those hit you, they deal 180 damage and will put you to sleep. In this attack, he drops down snares. Those snares will pulse and create a glow around them. If you go in this white glowing circle, you will fall asleep again. So wait until they stop shining and break. And don't forget to step back every time he does the razor attack. After the attack, go in to hit him. His lasers repeat their pattern. So if they hit you the first time, you can avoid the second one. His worst attack is the greater gestalt attack. You can see that here. And every time you get hit, your lunacy goes up. The safest window to hit him is when he calls the snares and before the snares start glowing. This fight was awful. I had to zero my sanity 100 times. So I decided to use the bone helmet and have zero sanity for the rest of the fight. And it went so smooth. I retried this fight multiple times with other characters. And I'm telling you, if you use mushrooms, sanity is not an issue. Let's now watch the rest of the fight. The windows to attack Celestial Champion in his third phase are not too many, but there are some, so insist hitting him between those small windows. Yes, we made it, guys! The Celestial Champion is down. And you have your crown. Thank you for watching part 2. Your support motivates me to continue making more videos. Subscribe if you like the content. Until the next video. Take care!